Tuesday night as Nate and I are literally just walking back in the building after an afternoon at the ballpark. Nate, it's a fun day, huh? What? Oh, hold on. Like I said, I'm sitting in Ricky's chair, so let's try that again.
Yeah, it was really a
There
fun
we
day.
go.
There we
We're
go.
trusting the process.
We are trusting the process. Indeed. Yeah.
Let me try to figure this out here, too, at the same time.
Yeah, it was an incredibly fun day at Jenkins Township Little League once again for the championship game of the Pennsylvania Majors Baseball State Tournament.
There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
the flow.
you're good. But yeah, we were out at Jenkins Township Little League Field for the championship game of the Pennsylvania Majors Baseball State Tournament. East Side out of Westchester.
East Side?
Taking down Blue Mountain 12-8.
Wow, you didn't even tease it at all. You just went right in with it.
One of the most incredible baseball games I've ever seen.
It was a great game. It really, really was an epic game. And Nate and I were talking about this, and we'll pull the curtain back as well as we talk about the life that is sports reporters. Here's a little, I don't know if people realize this or recognize this. Like, articles don't just pop up instantaneously. Like, it's really hard to get those pushes out that you guys get from us and ESPN and AP and wherever else, Nittany Nation, whatever else. Like, so we work on those articles throughout the game and we keep them rolling and update them. Yo, I wrote that thing 3 times today.
Yeah.
3 times I wrote that. And actually, we need to rewrite it one more time because we got to get names in there. Like, unfortunately, in the moment. So anyone listening right now, we are going to give a props and the shout outs to all the kids, both from Eastside and Blue Mountain, that deserve it. And congratulations to both teams. But if you go on right now, bare bones article, because we wanted to get you the information, get you the news. We're going to get you everything. We'll fill in the details. Plus, we're going to have the highlights at 11. Well, we're hopefully going to have the highlights at 11, but technology is not our friend at the moment.
Yeah, as I look over at my phone, trying to charge it back up after filming the highlights today, because we had to do some live shots today. Well, you had to do some live shots. I was standing over, making friends with the Blue Mountain and East Side people.
Do you know what my day was today? Do you know where I started my day or when I started my day?
I do not.
I had an 11 a.m. Well, no, sorry. Probably
that's right.
Earlier than that. Yeah, there was media day today for the Landmark Conference.
Yeah, that started at 11.
Yeah, and there was also Lackawanna Conference media day,
Which
where
is
our
where
boy
Ricky
Ricky, and that's why Ricky's not here, because he had to get up super early in the morning as well to go get that one. So make sure you're tuning in on Friday, as it is Football Friday, the first Football Friday, the first real official Football Friday.
Yeah, Ricky and I will be out at Heartland Conference Media Day.
And we're going to have all of the media days. We're compiling them. We're working them together. Now, tomorrow we'll do some Landmark, but the high school media days, we're going to be under the Friday night lights this Friday. And then on Monday, we're at Southern Columbia.
Yeah, no better way to...
Tuesday, we're at North Pocono. Wednesday, I'm sharing up, hopefully trying to get to Scranton Prep. And we're going to keep it right down the line. I keep saying we're doing 31 straight days in August. I don't want to be in the studio. I got to figure out tomorrow where we're going to be. I think maybe Wilkes. Maybe I'll just go out to the field just for S's and G's. This way there's a nice little background. Maybe I will. We'll see what happens.
Never a bad time to go to the Ralston Athletic Complex.
Look at the name drop. Dude, you're going to get a good resume review, okay?
I appreciate that a lot.
Although, if you don't, scoot. There you go.
Mike's coming with me. There.
That's fine. I do got to. You're a little dark, man. I got to get you some light. We got to shine on those facial features of yours.
We're gonna focus in on the sunburns that I got from being out in the sun all day.
Yeah, no, it was nice. It was a beautiful day. All right, you know what we're gonna do? Hold on, let me get you there. No, because see, that's where Nate Johns would be. Oh yeah, this isn't preview. No,
they can't. See
no one has any idea what I'm talking about, do they? Huh?
No.
Okay, so Nate, I got you here. There we go. We're going to transition for a second, and I'm going to say, let there be light. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk Little League.
In the meantime, we'll run through what was a very chaotic day at Jenkins Township Field. It started out for Eastside pretty well. They put up 6 runs in the top of the third, added another run in the top of the fourth, took a 7-0 lead into the bottom of the fourth, but then Blue Mountain getting a rally started with a grand slam from Ben Ciccone, cutting the lead to 7-4. And then several batters and several hits later, they took an 8-7 lead off an RBI single from Jacob Gumbar. And
It was 5 straight hits to start the inning, right?
something like that.
Including the grand slam. Yeah, it was
Yep.
5 straight, including the grand slam.
But yeah, he had the grand slam from Ciccone. Blue Mountain took the lead. I want to say it was Ryan Donnelly, the leadoff hitter, who tied the game right back up in the top of the 5th. And then Jack Cassidy pitching the final 2 shutout innings and a grand slam in the top of the 6th inning to put Eastside ahead for good, getting them the 12-8 win. They won the 11-year-old bracket last year at the state tournament. They win the majors tournament, and their journey to Williamsport continues. Tough way to end the season for Blue Mountain, but Coach Corey Perino very proud of the season that his kids put on, and
They fought, man. They really
rallied around
fought.
them.
And I mean, again, we'll pulling the curtain back a little bit on this, where I talk about the fact that there was a lot going on technically for us out there on the field, coordinating multiple what we call live shots. So you seeing me at the field, whether we were on the field at 4. Where were we at 5?
Want to say
Right field? Yeah, right
down
field
the right
at
field
5.
line.
At 6, I was in deep center.
I was going to say at 6, you were up on the.
Well, I went to hang
hill.
out with the Blue Mountain fans. I was up in the fan zone.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, I was up in the Blue Mountain fan zone. That's why I
was
went up
wondering
there.
who they were cheering for because I couldn't tell.
Well, there was 2 different Blue Mountain areas. There was one by the trucks, but then the trucks were also east side because every time anything happened, the people down in the trucks were going crazy one way or another.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
heard them.
the hill. It was weird because there was a lot of Blue Mountain fans on that side of the hill, even though Blue Mountain was down in the third base dugout.
Yeah, it was quite a crowd at Jenkins Township. A lot of people out there to support both of these teams. I know I saw a lot of people from Back Mountain that came out to see how this one ended as well. Again, a tough ending for Blue Mountain, but still an incredible season and a game that, people were talking about on down the first baseline. It was the Eastside fans. They're just like, hey, we need 3 more runs and then we're good to go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, as that was happening, I'd finished up one of the hits, and, Nate was working on the phones, getting us stats, getting us highlights, getting us video and sound and everything like that. So I got to go over, and I'm, Wi-Fi on the phone, hotspot, all of that goodness, writing the article. And at that point, it was, 6-0? Something like that?
It was 7-0.
7-0, yeah.
It was 7-0 going to the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, so I'm writing the article, and again, just bare bones scripts, nothing crazy. And literally 4 or 5 sentences into it, the guys who were sitting next to me are like, oh, that's 3 hits in a row. Oh, and then, it's like, delete. And then they go up 8-7, and it's like, you know what? Let me start writing it the other way. And as soon as I do that, ding, homer out to left field, and it's 8-8 again. It's like, all right, delete. And at that point in time, it's the 5th inning? And literally everything, I'm back at square one. Because 8-8 is no different than 0-0. So, I'm back at square one, and it's like, well, that was a wasted effort.
Yeah, that's the tough part about this. I know how that is because I do insider work for our men's basketball team for student radio, and I've had that happen where you think it's finally going to finish one way, but then somebody goes on a run and makes the game a lot closer than it is. So it's always a tough spot to be in, especially when you're trying to get that out as soon as possible.
They're the best to cover, but they're also the worst to cover.
They're the worst to write in real time.
And then same thing, we had the 7-10 hit. Or no, so right at the top of the 7 o'clock show. So less than an hour ago, Nate and I are on the field at this point doing a hit. And as that's going on, it's like, well, do you know what's going to happen? I was like, no, I don't, because there's 1 out. But now there's 2 runners on. So I mean, as much as I want to say, oh, we might be done with the game, the way that this game went, no idea. I mean, again, if the tying run gets to the plate for Blue Mountain, who knows? Sorry, they only had 1 runner on. They got 1 walk. Yeah. Strikeout, walk.
Ground at fielder's choice to second to end the game.
Yeah. So sorry, there was 1 runner on. But again, the game had that type of feel that until that final out was made, you weren't sure anything was going to happen.
Yeah, the game very much was not over until the final out. That was really the story for this one. Now Eastside looking to continue Pennsylvania's streak of representing the Mid-Atlantic region in the Little League World Series. It's going to be a fun tournament, and Eastside fought through the losers bracket. They lost to Blue Mountain the first time on Wednesday. That was 6-4. They almost came back in that one too. It was 6-2 going into the 6th.
Is Tommy's in it? Is my boy's Tommy's in it? They're always in it.
I don't know who's in it from New Jersey.
I'm gonna guess it's Tom's River.
That seems like a solid guess, but
well, actually,
I'm not 100% sure.
And I'm just joking, but I do know that the Tom's River girls softball team, who did take down our
Minersville.
Yeah, they look really good, and they rolled last night. I saw in the Little League World Series, the softball World Series, because the Little League Softball World Series going on as we speak.
Yeah, that started, I think, on Sunday.
Yes, yes, and the Mid-Atlantic representative, which would be Pennsylvania. So, you want it to be Pennsylvania, but if it's not, you do try to cheer for your region, I would hope, right? You would think?
Yeah, that's what Coach Perino said after the game about Blue Mountain and Eastside, because it's a tough loss, but he said we're going to be rooting for them the rest of the way because it means a lot with the Little League World Series taking place here in Pennsylvania, always having seems like a Pennsylvania team in it.
For sure. So, all right, let's go ahead. We'll take our first break as we're 13 minutes in here tonight for Sports Night. We're going to come back. I mean, we got a lot going on. Like we said, high school football's right around the corner. We had media days this week. The trade deadline just passed, so we are in the thick of the MLB races. We got training camps, and Aaron Rodgers can't keep his mouth shut. We didn't get a chance to talk about that yesterday, so I think maybe...
Darn.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about next. So, unfortunately, we're going to go... Oh, we went a whole show yesterday without talking football.
Yes, we did.
Ricky does a lot more than I thought he did, man.
He does a lot with this. The producer chair is a big responsibility.
Yeah, man. I got to give Ricky his props.
Always.
And especially as he's playing out of position, too.
That's true.
Yeah. But we don't need to get into any of that. I guess we have to get into what I teased, huh?
Given
you really don't want to, do you?
I was going to say, given how this show's gone, we don't necessarily have to. We tease things all the time.
Yeah, but that's fun. We have fun.
I know, we do. I'm not saying it's a bad time. There we go.
I was just as I walked. Oh yeah, I got to get you up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we didn't know if I was going to be in this part yet because we're currently uploading Little League
highlights. You look better though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like I said, you got to do two things, three things, four things at once. I know. I'd listen though, as I was walking in, we were talking about, people watching and participating, and we are getting some traction on Facebook Live, some traction on YouTube. So we what I got to do is I got to get a real-time comments monitor because we can't do calls. I wish we could do calls.
That would be cool.
I would love to do calls. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking out in the NEPA, and because there's nothing quite like a radio host having his listeners do his job for him.
Yes.
Because instead of me coming up with ideas, let me just answer the phone and listen to your guys' thoughts.
What do you want to talk about?
All right there, Cody Rhodes.
Whoa. We're not going to sing. We're not getting in trouble.
No, but we're going to go on a tangent.
Speaking of people whose comments that would get them in trouble in most places.
What are you talking about?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no. We're going on a tangent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to SummerSlam. Ricky always gets mad when we talk about wrestling. He's not here. We're going to SummerSlam.
I don't think he gets mad. I just don't think he cares.
Do we really want to talk about Aaron Rodgers and Dr. Fauci again?
Not really.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about SummerSlam.
Sure, why not?
Don't get me sure why not. You're sitting there watching Raw last night.
I'm excited about it. I'm not criticizing it.
All right. Let's keep it so people want to listen, though.
Okay.
What'd you think about the fact that as soon as the event ended, there was highlights on ESPN of SummerSlam? They were breaking it down like they would Sunday Night Baseball, or they would do, Monday Night Football. That they were breaking SummerSlam down with like experts and going live in the as a wrestling fan, I thought this would be super cool when we got to this moment, but it's so cringe. It's so bad.
And not from the highlight standpoint, because I avoided spoilers for the most part for Saturday because I was in Baltimore at the Phillies game. My dad had the TV on when we got back to the hotel room, and they were getting ready to play the SummerSlam. I was like, no, turn that off. I don't need the spoilers. But
I want to know what happened between the Orioles and the Rays, though. I would like to know if the Phillies and the Pirates are. Why can I not have baseball tonight? I don't need. I am a avid WWE. Listen, I'm 41 years old. I'm single. I live alone, although it's my dog's birthday. She turned 9 today.
Birthday,
yes,
Brooklyn.
happy birthday, Brooklyn. That all said, I'm confident enough to say, sure, yes, I watch wrestling. Those are my stories, okay? Don't come at me and make fun of me for watching wrestling when you go home and turn on Love Island or you turn on The Real Housewives of whatever random city
of New
we're in.
Jersey
Yeah,
or
whatever
whatever.
city we're in now. I like my stories as well. And my stories involve dudes going through tables and attractive women winning championship belts. Okay, and don't even be angry at me as I say that. Like, oh, there's so many memes out there. Oh, I watch wrestling for the plot. And then what do they show? You know, Stephanie Vaquer chooses her outfit for a reason. Her finishing move is that for a reason. But it's the same on the other side. Like, Trick Williams, dude's got abs for days. Does that stuff for a reason. So, like, that all said, like, yeah, they're my stories. They're my stories. I enjoy it. I'm confident enough to say it.
Everybody enjoys entertainment that's fake.
I don't need all entertainment is fake.
Exactly. That's
Okay,
my
yeah,
point.
that's a good. I love when people are like, "Oh, it's fake." Okay, I'm sorry.
So's
The
Breaking
Odyssey-
Bad.
Well,
So's
Odyssey.
The West Wing.
Odyssey,
the
I guess,
Odyssey.
is technically real. That was a poem. Yeah, that's based.
The
off
way they present it isn't always historically accurate.
No, the Odyssey is real though, because we definitely had centaurs and minotaurs and there was a
other
cyclops or something in it. Yeah.
the weird cycle.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's not fake. It's scripted. Because there's nothing fake about what those dudes are doing.
Yeah.
That aside, I would much rather see Adnan Virk and Carl Ravitch on ESPN and watch Baseball Tonight. I miss that so much. I don't need my wrestling force-fed to me on ESPN.
I don't need it presented in that type of
Like it's
sports
real?
coverage. Yeah.
Like it's real?
And it's so weird because on ESPN I'll be reading the articles and it's like and they don't cover it like it's a real sport because it's obviously not.
Yeah.
But it's weird reading through that and they're like, "Oh, well this could happen." And I'm like, "I don't need this."
What I'm noticing now, though, and I should probably start paying a little bit more attention to, is when mainstream media starts to like cover or pick up a little bit. Like you saw this recently, like there was all these reports, oh, TKO and CM Punk at odds. TKO, Punk may not return, you know.
That nonsense.
Well, I should have been like, oh, that means Punk's coming back. Like, because when you see these things, it's all kayfabe now. It's all part of the storyline. Even the Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
The Netflix documentary Untold, that is 100% scripted.
Yeah, they do. That's why they did the Seth Ruse of the Century thing, so they could make an episode of Unreal about it.
Is this okay? Is the Michael Hayes long-term story, like, we all make fun of Michael Hayes? Is he a genius and this was just long-term storytelling with him and Chelsea Green?
They'll present that in probably the next season of Unreal. I don't think it was.
That was just a dude mouthing off.
Yeah, that was just him saying something. They knew it'll get traction online, and now they could do this.
And now Chelsea can say her title run is dedicated to Michael Hayes.
Yeah, the interim championship, which
they've never done ever. I don't know if it's stupid.
I don't like interim belts.
You don't like the UFC and interim belts?
No, I don't like them. Just strip them of the belt. If they can't compete, they can't compete.
Why in this situation have they done the interim belt? They've never done this before.
Because they think Rhea's coming back by the fall, so they don't want to take the belt off of her for some reason. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the interim belts. Just have the champion.
I wonder. I mean, if that's the case, wouldn't Naomi still be champion then? Shouldn't there have been an interim title for that? Shouldn't there have been an interim title that went all the way back to Becky Lynch when she got pregnant?
Yeah, there's always going to be like logic plot holes in it, but I just don't like the concept of interim belts. If they can't defend them, they can't defend them.
Is that why they gave it to Chelsea? Because it's not the real title.
Yeah, so they could say, so Chelsea can have her moment, but
it's not the real title. Yeah.
Yeah, and she'll lose it or lose to Rhea when she comes back. So.
And WWE may lose Rhea in that situation because Chelsea right now is probably just as hot as Rhea. And I say that as heat from the audience. Pop.
As popular.
Pop. I'm talking about pop, folks.
We do need to specify.
Yes, I do. However, that's a wrestling term. It's called getting heat. You know, there's cheap heat. You go out and say, oh, Wilkes-Barre Scranton.
Yeah.
So I've never been in a city this terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was in Allentown. That was like the same thing in every match.
Yeah.
And
it's cheap heat.
Yeah.
All right. They hate us now. We've officially driven everyone away. We'll talk Rodgers. We'll talk Steelers. We'll talk Eagles once we get back. We'll actually talk football. It has been 7 segments.
Yeah. 7.
Although I need to look back on Friday night. Did we end the show with football? Because if we didn't.
I'm going to say no because we talked Little League for the most. Actually, we might have because we talked about Panthers Cardinals Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
on
we
Thursday.
might have. I don't know. I'll have to look back. I'll have to look back because we're going on 7 straight at least. But I want to talk football when we get back.
Well, we'll talk football.
I almost transitioned you right into Nick Toma.
That would have been interesting.
Okay. Everyone takes my wording the wrong way.
I know what you mean. I know you're talking about the name graphic.
Yeah, I know. I got to learn how to do this stuff. Ricky's going to have to...
We're going to have a podcast workshop.
Well, we're getting new stuff at some point. That's the only reason why we haven't. We got all the new cameras.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I saw we had those a couple weeks ago.
2022 SportsNight is going to do big things in the new year.
I'm sure it is.
I believe it will. I'm excited.
I agree.
And I'm excited because football is going to be the reason why we are going to be all over the place.
Yep. We had Lackawanna Football Media Day today, Schuylkill County Football Media Day tomorrow.
Although, you know what I got today? I got the email saying that I got my tickets for the MLB Classic.
Nice.
Or not the Little League Classic. Yeah, for the Little League Classic.
That's awesome.
Even though it's I'm so not wanting to go to a Braves game. Like Zalea
it's
last
the
year.
and the Brewers.
Yeah, but Zalea last year got to go see the big dumper play against the Mets. Like, that's what I want to go see. Mets Mariners. Like, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Maybe not this year.
Oh, the 2 teams I want to see. The Brewers, who fleeced the Mets for 2 prospects that we couldn't even, Freddie Peralta, what a signing he was. What a trade that was. I love the Brewers, the team that the Mets are trying to be. And it's like, no, you know what? Mets cannot try and be the Brewers. That's not how it works in New York City.
I understand the idea of trying to adopt the small market inefficiencies.
Not when Uncle Stevie is signing your paychecks.
But that's what I mean it from the standpoint of with that kind of money, because that's what the Dodgers did. They hired Andrew Friedman from Tampa Bay, came from a small market where they were incredibly successful. They bring in those guys to be smarter and not make bad decisions. David Stearns hasn't done that.
It's not that hard to look smart when you go, oh, we played this team. Who's their best player? All right, he's going to be with us now. We played this team. Who's their best player? He's going to be with us now.
But for a long time, the Dodgers weren't at the...
Under the McCourts, yeah.
But even recently, like they didn't really only break through until 2020 when they finally got their World Series ring.
Okay, they didn't break through. They were in what, 2 World Series before that? Before they won? They lost
17 and 18.
Yeah. So again, they had broken through. They were going to the playoffs consistently. And then they decided, like, all right, you know what? Last year, we played the Rays. Their best player was Tyler Glasnow. Yeah, he's on our team now. Last year, we played the Padres. Their best pitcher was Blake Snell. Yeah. He's on our team now. Last year, we played the Braves. Their best player was Freddie Freeman. Yeah, we're going to take him now. Last year, we played the Red Sox. Oh, their best player is Mookie Betts, and we're going to just put him at any position because now he's their shortstop, which is just ridiculous. Oh, we're going to go to Japan and find the best position player in the world and the best pitcher in the world, and we're also going to get Yamamoto.
Well, the Ohtani part was the Angels' fault.
It's always the Angels' fault.
At least they sold at the deadline this time.
The Angels and Mike Trout, the both of them, I'm done with both of them.
I don't think Mike Trout cares at this point.
Yeah, he signed a $500 million deal. He's anonymous. He lives in LA, and
it's not his, and he's not going to get blamed.
Yeah, it's never going to be his fault. And yet he's only played in 3 playoff games, and he got swept out of them.
I was going to say he hasn't won a playoff game in his career.
I think he played in 3, and they got swept. Yeah,
it was the 14 DS.
Yeah, he got swept in 3 straight games. Like what? And this was the dude.
Royals,
this was the dude that we were talking about as being better than Mickey Mantle, being the next Lou Gehrig and Joe DiMaggio. Like
he is the face of baseball for a 2010s generation, but he's going to fall in that pecking order due to the lack of success.
You think he's the face of baseball for the 2010s?
I think he's one of them. He's definitely not.
He's one of them.
Yeah, he's one of them. There was a time where he was one of, if not the best player in the world.
Oh, well, that was the thing. He was the best player in the world. And the second best player in the world was also on his team, and yet the Angels still couldn't make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, because they couldn't build a team around them, because Artie Moreno is a baseball genius.
No, listen, I remember the World Baseball Classic, not the most recent one, but the one before that. I mean, that matchup, Ohtani.
22.
Yeah, Ohtani versus Trout.
Or 23.
Ohtani versus Trout on the final. Like that's what makes baseball amazing. That's what makes baseball great. Those are the stories that you could see something different every day. You could watch an 8-run inning tie up a Pennsylvania State Little League championship. Like
After
kids
being
aren't
down 7-0.
I mean, kids usually aren't resilient like that. Like it was amazing to see them bounce back like that. And you know what? All the credit to Eastside as well. After giving up the lead and being down 8-7, having the wherewithal to stay in it and come back. Like that's just what makes baseball amazing.
It's incredible at every level. We saw it at the Little League. We see it all the time at the major league level, the minor leagues. So much for the Rail Riders keeping that roster we talked about, by the way.
Okay, hold on. We did not predict that Lombard was going up. We thought one of them was going to get moved. So I think we were half right.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, I woke up this morning and the first thing I look at my phone, I'm like, Lombard's going up. Son of a... our whole podcast last night. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, how about Volpe coming down?
Yeah. I mean, Yankees fans have been calling for that for I don't even know how long, but they want to give Lombard a shot. Maybe it's one of the reasons they weren't as aggressive at the deadline.
Yeah, I mean, was there a better shortstop out there? I know Lindor, but other than that...
Lindor has a no-trade clause anyway.
Yeah, well, listen, again, if you have a no-trade clause and you can get traded from the worst team in the league to the best team in the league, and you don't have to pack, you don't have to change cities. You don't have to move apartments. You don't have to get your kids out of school. You literally only just have to drive to a different borough. I got a feeling he probably would have waived it.
He could have. That feels like more of an off-season conversation if there's one to be had.
Dude, if you're playing for the Mets and it's like, and I'm a Mets fan, and they're like, hey, you want to be on the Yankees? Like, yeah, okay. I just got to take a different train to work every day. Sounds good.
I don't know. Some guys don't want to do that. Jacob deGrom could have gone closer to his home in Florida to play for the Braves.
He doesn't want to leave Texas. He doesn't want to leave Texas.
Yeah,
he loves Texas.
Byron Buxton, who's had 1,000,001 chances to get out of Minnesota.
Also, much respect to Jacob deGrom for not becoming an Atlanta Brave, because that would have hurt. Yeah. That would have stung.
That would have been annoying.
Like I'm not in a I'm at my lowest right now.
Yeah, lows.
No, I'm at my lowest right now. That has nothing to do with baseball. I mean, listen, the Mets can be as terrible as they can, I got a Knicks championship. Like sports wise, I'm good for a while. I can be obnoxious Knicks fan for a good amount of time. That would have taken a knock if I saw DeGrom in. If I had to go watch
jersey.
Jacob DeGrom at the Little League Classic in a Braves jersey, that would have been a very painful night for me.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it would be the best of times.
No, like I keep saying I love this job, and it keeps kicking me right between the legs.
What day is the Little League Classic, by the way?
It's a Sunday night baseball game because it used to be Sunday night baseball.
What week?
It's the first Sunday. So what, the 19th starts the tournament, so it's the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back at school by then.
So it's the 23rd because the following Sunday, the 30th, is the championship game.
Yes.
So they do it on that first Sunday because all of the teams are there.
Yeah, it's before anybody
gets eliminated and goes home. Yeah.
So. I went to it a couple years ago. I didn't go to the game, but I went to the Little League World Series when the Phillies came into town to play the Nationals.
I've tried to go a couple of times as a fan for the Mets, and it's almost impossible to get tickets.
Yeah.
They've opened it up a little bit more than the very first year where it was exclusively Little Leaguers, and the Mets were part of that very first year.
Yeah.
I think it was Mets Phillies, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm excited to go. Either way, I am excited to go. I would not have been excited if I had to go watch a Jacob DeGrom start. You know what would have hurt more? If I would have had to watch a Jacob DeGrom versus Brandon Sproat start with Jet Williams playing shortstop for the Brewers.
I don't think Jet Williams is making that lineup.
I get that. I like Jet, man. When I was working in Binghamton and covering the Rumble Ponies, Jet was my guy. I like Jet.
Oh, the Rumble Ponies.
Yeah. I got to figure out all the buttons. Okay. I swear it's not a gag. I swear it's not a gag. I promise you, like, when we tease something, we are thinking about talking about it. They're like, okay, this is what's great about, like, this show, is that in between the show, there's another show. And I wish we could, like, do, like, a Facebook Live where we were streaming in between the breaks, because we're having a conversation and we're talking about a bunch of different things. And honestly, we almost came into the segment going back to wrestling because Brock Lesnar announced his retirement today on the Pat McAfee show, as again, ESPN is all over professional wrestling. But I feel like that one makes sense because of
his history with the UFC.
Yeah, and the Minnesota Vikings
and other things.
Which, as you were saying, you thought that's the reason why. That's why they didn't get it done at WrestleMania. He knew he was going to retire. He wanted to wrestle one more time in Minnesota.
Then don't tease it after the match.
I don't think that anyone knew he was going to do that.
I know. I'm not blaming anyone else because they've said Brock does what he wants, but
yeah. Wow. I mean, WWE this year lost Brock,
AJ,
and Cena.
Yeah.
And Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goldberg. Is Undertaker officially retired?
He's been retired for like 5-6 years now.
Yeah, but he's dead. He's a dead man. So, I mean, he can just raise from the grave anytime he wants.
Yeah. He's having fun in AAA.
All right.
Football.
I promise. Yes, we are going to talk football. Like I said, this wasn't a gag. It wasn't a bit. Like, it was funny, like, but we were talking about the really important things that matter. And yes, everyone loves football. But again, come on. Like, I don't care about Dak Prescott's
contract.
Yeah, like the daily first take, Dak Prescott's contract, Pat Mahomes back on the field, and
Josh Allen.
Yeah. Can Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson ever take the next step? Like, no, thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. Yes, Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl. He retires Super Bowl-less. That's my bold take.
I don't think as the years go by, I don't think it gets
I made
bold.
that. Yeah, but I made that years ago. I made that take years ago.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where that's becoming an uncomfortably close reality.
Especially as his contract keeps growing higher and higher, and it's leaving less and less room for help around him. Again, his best years, you got to remember, was before he signed the big contract, and they had help around him.
Well, that's team building 101. The more you pay your quarterback, the less you have the ability to construct the roster
that's
around
the new NFL, is you got to try to win on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
You got to try to, or with Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Speaking of football players whose pay keeps going up, the college football coaches poll came out today.
What is that transition?
NIL, everyone's complaining that players are making more money. They're spending $20 million on rosters now. Unless it's Penn State basketball.
Did you see the Vandy thing today about how Vandy's got 3 patches on their jersey and not a single one of them say Vanderbilt? They got their sponsor, Nike, and an SEC patch, and none of the patches are a V or a Vanderbilt patch.
I don't even know what to say to that. Somebody who talks for a living, I'm at a loss for words with the jersey patches. Like, at least the SEC one, makes sense, I guess. Conference supremacy, and they're very full of themselves as a conference, but...
Yeah. No, three patches on the jersey. Not a single one of them are Vanderbilt. The only V is on the helmet. And they took some shots today because of that. That was for sure.
Why do teams insist on making their logos worse?
Because if they sell that patch and get $17 million a season, like Ohio State, that pays for the roster.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
you don't have to make the logos worse.
Ohio State's getting $17 million a season for their logo.
The Big 12's getting like $1 million.
Notre Dame's getting $20 million a year from, is it Delco? Is it the car parts company? But the jersey patch that is on Notre Dame athletes this season is worth $20 million to the program. That pays for...
It's SoFi.
Okay. But again, that pays for their football roster. That pays for the $20 million roster that Ohio State had last year.
Yeah, especially for a Notre Dame team that's been incredibly successful on the recruiting trail over the summer.
And here's the thing. As you say that, like, okay, that pays for, the roster. Doesn't mean that, no, it doesn't. Because if there's an extra $20 million, they're not going to just be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we're breaking even and we're still winning. No, that $20 million roster is now going to be a $40 million roster.
Or go into the $100 million practice facilities they unveiled.
Yeah.
Even though that was all privately funded, I know.
Yeah, and listen, when that stuff, like, the shadiness of that isn't so much on the university. The shadiness of that is on the rich people who are doing those things.
Where did you get $100 million to fund this thing?
But no. I mean, they have it, but the thing is that it's like, okay, do you want to give that $100 million to the government to like improve education and the roads and like, advanced warning signals for tornadoes and hurricanes?
And you can get your name on those things too.
No. I want to buy a building at Notre Dame. And then this way, I give the money to Notre Dame and I don't have to give it to the government.
Yeah, it's a tax write-off.
I mean, again, Steve Ballmer doesn't make a dime from the Los Angeles Clippers, and he does it purposely. He writes off all of his other gains from his other businesses by saying that the Clippers lose however much money. Uncle Stevie does the same thing. Uncle Stevie makes $1 billion on the stock market. The Mets are likely going to say, oh, yeah, we lost $1 billion this year. Here's our books. Oh, really? How that's... It is what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I should probably start pleading the fifth more often.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers.
We said we were going to talk football.
Coach's poll. Ohio State #1.
Yeah, you gave me a bad transition and you led me down that.
They're making more money than ever before.
And look who's #1 because of it.
Ohio State. Look who's #2. Oregon. Miami's at #7 in this.
That is ridiculous.
Indiana's at #6.
That is just people hating on Miami for the sake of hating on Miami.
They didn't get any first place votes. Everybody in front of them did.
And that's so silly. That's so silly.
Is that just doubting the ACC and questioning what they have to replace along the offensive line?
No, that is them. That's the bias and the hatred that people have towards Miami.
I mean, Georgia. All right, the top 5. Well, we'll do the top 10. Ohio State at 1, Oregon at 2, Georgia 3, Texas 4, Notre Dame 5, Indiana, Miami at 6 and 7, A&M at 8, #9, Oklahoma, #10, Ole Miss.
Other than, if you're telling me Miami's playing any of these teams on a neutral field, Miami goes 6-0. We're going to take a break on that note. And when we come back, we'll discuss the bold comment that I just made. 28-22 Sports Night here on the C. First at bat?
I'm not 100% sure. I'll go back and look.
Sure, Yankees fans are loving that.
I would imagine.
George Lombard Jr. with a home run in his first game for the New York Yankees.
Oh, that's Marlins Braves.
Killing me, Smalls.
I clicked on the Cardinals game, and it took me to the Mets Braves game. I don't know why I did that. Or the Marlins Braves game. I don't think it was his first at bat. Because it was in the fifth. So
Okay.
No.
I'm still sure that the Yankees fans are loving it.
I'd have to imagine, given what they've gotten production-wise from their shortstops all year.
And that's just there's no successful way to be a shortstop for the Yankees anymore.
I mean, following Jeter was always going to be tough.
But we're way past Jeter now. We still haven't had there's been a laundry list of names of dudes that were supposed to be the dude after the dude.
Most of it was supposed to be Volpe, though.
No, there was a guy before that too. Wasn't Gleyber Torres supposed to be the dude?
I mean, Gleyber Torres was supposed to be a contributor for them. I don't think anybody was thinking he was the next Derek Jeter.
Scranton Wilkes-Barre up 5-0. They're about to win their 8th in a row.
What a baseball team Shelley Duncan's got.
He's got them going red hot right now.
They're the best team at any level of baseball outside of maybe Eastside.
I mean, listen, 7 in a row on the precipice of 8 in a row. They are in first place at the moment. You know, a half game up on Durham. I'm not sure what Durham's doing right now, but either way, if Durham doesn't get the win, they'll still be a half game behind Scranton Wilkes-Barre at the end of the night.
Yeah. Let's see.
And again, let me see if I would love to say that like Volpe hit a home run. That would be great.
Well, Durham and Charlotte got postponed tonight. So
Okay. So that said, they could be a full game behind at the end of the night.
Yeah. You think Miami's going 6-0 against the 6 teams in front of them in the coaching
If they went like 6 consecutive games, probably not. But like, okay, here's the thing.
If each game's played in a vacuum.
They have to at least go 4-0. To win a national championship, any one of those teams likely has to go 3-4-0. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think on a neutral field, Miami versus Texas, I'm taking Miami. On a neutral field, Miami versus Indiana, I'm taking Miami this year. On the neutral field, Miami versus Oregon, I already told you that's, I think, I got them beating them in the national title. I had them beating Georgia. And that's why I say, there you go, Georgia. I think there's not a team there. I saw what they did to Ohio State last year. Texas doesn't have the offensive line to stop the defensive rush that is Miami. Georgia doesn't have the explosive offense to keep up with Malachi Toney.
I'm still taking
Dan
Oregon.
Lanning isn't as good of a coach as Mario Cristobal.
We've had that
I get Indiana, but I still don't get Indiana. So
Indiana, we need to see. And we're not going to because they don't schedule power conference teams. So we won't know anything about Indiana until like week 5.
And they don't care because all they want to do is get into the playoff and then they'll figure it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google him. He's so annoying.
I love it. Because he backs it up.
I know. And
I respect that.
You can't say Google me if you don't back it up, but
I mean, he won a national championship at Indiana. I don't think
he opened up Mark Cuban's checkbook.
Well, then why didn't everyone else open up Mark Cuban's
I don't
checkbook?
know. Because it was illegal before that, and only
Tom Allen
and Steve, and only the SEC could pay their players before NIL.
That's true. Just ask Ed Orgeron.
Allegedly.
Oh, Ed Orgeron admits it.
Yeah, everyone admits it. Have you ever seen Blue Chips?
Don't ask Nick Saban that question.
And I don't need. Can the government govern and leave college football alone? I don't need. Like, you guys got more important stuff to do. I need my gas less than $4 a gallon. I need to make sure that if I get in a plane, it's not going to collide with another plane. I would like to drive down the road and make sure that the snow is plowed. Can we worry about that and leave college football to the college football people?
Well, college football wants it because they keep getting sued.
No, the NCAA wants it, not college football, because those are two completely different entities at this point in time. It is. It really is.
They're dealing with the same. No,
Yeah,
the eligibility is more of a basketball problem.
And here's the thing. Like, I really am just waiting for the first school to be like, no. You really have no jurisdiction or power anymore. Like,
that's why they want that law passed.
yeah, because
they can't do anything.
Yep. And it's like literally anyone. I mean, Brendan Sorsby should be able to just be like, nah, I'm going to play. But I don't think anyone ever signed him.
No, the Big 12 wouldn't. The Big 12 would boycott Texas Tech before that happens.
His career's over.
He'll be in the draft next year.
His career's over.
Do we need to get one more in?
No, we're done. It's 8:57:25. We got our 4 breaks in.
Go us.
Did we talk about football?
I mean, we talked about the college football.
We sprinkled some football in.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we talked about LeBron.
Yeah, because they haven't had a whole lot to talk about. He's not getting introduced by the Sixers until NBA Media Day in September. Schedule's still not out yet. That'll probably be out in like a week or two.
I mean, how many games were they holding up on LeBron's part?
It normally doesn't come out until this point anyway.
Silver said we're waiting on LeBron to sign to make the schedule.
I firmly believe that was more about just organizing when certain matchups were going to be.
Hey, Silver, how about you worry about your salary cap and whether or not, Kawhi, what team is Kawhi Leonard going to be on? This now may go into 2027.
This deal's never going to get finalized.
What team is Brandon Ingram on?
Yeah, this trade is... And that changes the complexion of the Eastern Conference. Because if you keep Brandon Ingram in that, deal, and he stays on the Raptors, I don't think the Raptors are contenders in the East.
Again, if the contract gets voided and everyone's got a full roster, who can sign Kawhi? Because Kawhi is not signing for a minimum.
Somebody would find a way to make it work.
Hold on. Kawhi might sign for the minimum, but Uncle Dennis won't.
That's true. Somebody would find a way to create roster space.
Are we going to talk about football tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm not here tomorrow.
Actually, we are. We are going to get to the Landmark Conference Media Day tomorrow, as well the preseason coaches poll for the Landmark Conference out. All of that today. So we will get into that tomorrow, as today was dedicated to the Little Leaguers. Big shout out again and congratulations to both Blue Mountain and to the state champs East Side. Thanks again to Nate for joining us, and thank you to all of you guys for joining us. We will see you tomorrow here on 2822 Sports Night.